Ho, my name is Faye and welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna be doing a budget with me video, but before we go into the budgeting with me, let's just close out last week's accounts so that we can move on forward to the August budgeting. So this is what my current weekly budgeting spreadsheet looks like. I'm not sure if you can see it really properly, but we'll go close up in a bit. So right at the very top here in the center is what is sort of like a summary. So I have here is what I allocate weekly. So then you see here my wallet was 220, my sinking funds was 275, my challenge funds is 50 and total is 545. And then from there we go to the side, which is my cash envelopes. Hold on, it's just a bit blur. Okay, so this is what you will see in my wallet and how much I use for the week and what I have in remaining at the end of the week. Here I have my challenges, and we will go into that in a bit very quickly because we are going to be closing out everything. So over here you will see like the balance, and here it says 2 challenge, so whatever I have here will be going into my challenge envelopes or my coin jar. At the side here you will see my sinking funds. I put everything in short form because it just really can't fit the whole bar, because I really want to fit everything into an A4 size spreadsheet here. So you can see here the amount I have for my sinking funds, what I've used. Okay, so just like I mentioned last week, I had to take out 275 from emergency because apparently my insurance company double charged me in July, mainly because I switched bank accounts. So it sort of like automatically adjusted itself in a way that it will take out the money by itself. I don't really know how to explain it, but I've checked the due date for the next payment, and it's actually in September. So that means I won't have to pay, it won't be coming out from my bank next month. So I will have to replenish the 275 into emergency, seeing that it's already paid for August. So here in the center here you will see my expense tracker, and it's the expense tracker for the week. So it's much easier for me because if you look at the bottom here at the monthly expense tracker, it's totally empty, like really empty, as empty as the desert. So you can see that my attention span is only per week. As you can see, it's filled, all the weeks are filled, and everything has been accounted for. So I feel like I don't really need the monthly expense trackers unless I really want to know like where everything is going for the entire month. But I feel like this should be sufficient enough. But of course, my expense tracker is also a way for me to track like my bank expenses, which is not covered here because these are all just cash expenses. So eventually I'll get to the bank expenses, mainly because I do get bank statements, so I don't feel like it's as important for me to have a monthly expense tracker. So I'll just forego this for now. We'll see how it goes for August. I'll probably fill it in during my free time when I do get around to it. So without making the video a bit much longer as it would seem like it would be, because today I feel like it's going to be more of a chit chat video, mainly because I feel like I haven't really addressed the community much in terms of the budgeting community, because I don't know, I feel very nervous whenever I on the video. I mean the camera. It's just an irrational fear. Like it's like public speaking, the fear of public speaking, and I've always never been good with public speaking. So I don't know, even the camera is intimidating me. So let's move on. So for this week, I have a remainder of a total of 89 ringgit and 15 cents in my cash balances. So let me just take out my wallet. Okay, it's already out. Okay, so I have here my envelopes, challenges. Look, this video is quite impromptu because I actually wanted to film this video earlier, but I got so busy trying to clean my room. I'm not gonna show you what my room looks like now because it looks like, you know, a monsoon just came by and swept everything around. So the whole floor is like, there's no space on the floor right now. So here, let's just move this aside. Just gonna put it to this part. Alright, so for allowance, I have a total of 8 ringgit 70 cents left over. Just put this here. So 8 ringgit and 50 cents. Sorry, 8 ringgit and 70 cents. Okay, and then in essential, I have 20 bucks. I've not spent anything this week because I've already purchased all the masks that I need right now. I think I'm good for maybe 3 months. So I think I'm good on the essentials right now. For food, obviously nothing. I will never find anything in it. For miscellaneous, nothing as well. And then for groceries, I have a total of 60 ringgit and 45 cents. Focus. Okay. So let me just pull you up a bit. Alright, so I'm gonna start with my coins first. Just gonna put the coins in here. So previously I have 25, 40. Just gonna add whatever I have inside. Making sure that there's no errors again. Okay, 10, 10, and 5. So I'll have a total of 26.55. Oops, sorry about that. Okay, so a total of 1 ringgit and 15 cents. 1.1, sorry, 1.15. So I have a total of, again, 26 ringgit 55 cents. Ooh, sorry, I keep hitting the camera. 26 and 55 cents. Alright, so remaining I will have, let me just count this cash up. I'll have 50, 60, 70, 80, 5, 6, 7, 8, 85. 50, 60, 70, 80, 5, 6, 7, 8, 88 ringgit left over. Okay, and as usual, I'll be putting aside 28 ringgit for my 28 per week challenge. So that means over here, we're stuffing 28 ringgit, which means I'll get 364 ringgit. So 25, 6, 7, 8. Right, so we just give this a quick count to make sure that it's the correct amount. So I'll have 100 ringgit, 200, 250, 290, 300, 10, 20, 30, 40, 40, 50, 55, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 364, correct. I might stumble a bit because I'm still not really used to counting money like that yet. Hold on, just trying to focus the camera. For some reason the camera isn't focusing really well today. So that is it for the 28 ringgit per week challenge. Next I'll be stuffing the 100 envelope challenge. So I have a remainder of 60 ringgit. Let me just get the tracker. So I will block out 60. And then let me just find my 60 ringgit envelope. There we go. So 60. So I know my envelope challenge is a bit slow, but usually I only put like whatever I have left over for the week. So, you know, I don't tap into too much extra funds. And I think it's a good thing, like as long as I know, like, you know, whatever I have goes to somewhere at the end of the week, then I think it should be all good. So today is 1st of August 2021. So I'll just put that back in. Here. That. Okay, so we're done with this, which means here I can put in 60 ringgit, which means I have 369 ringgit in my envelopes. Alright, so I mean, other than the first week where I had a loss, here, focus. So I had a little bit of a loss in the first week. After that, I've been gaining. It means that I wasn't overspending, I was spending within my means, so that was totally fine. So now that we're done with the July budget, we can save and move on to our August budget. So this is my current August calendar. Okay. If you're wondering why it's so colorful, it's because I actually added in my work days. So the blue colors are the days that I'm working, pink color are the days that I'm working extra, and yellow are for public holidays which I'm not working. So over here you can see I've already added you know, the base interest that I'm getting from my banks. Yeah, it's just really little, but it's still money, right? So, and then here NA stands for non-allocated. So I haven't gotten my salary yet. I think I'm supposed to be getting it next week, depending on the day, I think. But basically, I actually got paid on the 31st, but because the banks, they won't release the money until the next business day, so I have to take out money from my non-allocated cash amount, or my non-allocated money, to help supplement for the coming week expenses. So over here, this is how my August spreadsheet looks like. Again, it's very filled. As we all know, our budgeting is very personalized, so I did everything according to my own needs. So first of all, like I said in my first video, I'm living with my family, so I don't actually have to pay for like rent, for electricity, for water, because everything has been paid off by my parents. I mean, everything is being paid by my parents, so I don't have as much expenses as I've seen on, you know, YouTube. Like, the more budgeting videos that I watch, the more I'm like scared, because, you know, I'm thinking about what happens once I move out. The expenses that, you know, I might accrue then will not be able to catch up or it'd be too much for my current salary. So I'm a bit apprehensive on whether or not to move out. Last month I had a huge balance, mainly because I didn't expect there to be I didn't expect that I didn't count properly that I managed to get a larger left balance amount than I thought I would. I thought it was probably around like 23 cents, but it turns out it was like 24 ringgit and 83 cents, which is quite a lot. Usually I would count that right down to the cent, but I think I'm pretty glad about it because this week is pretty tight. So I'm also gonna be counting in my bank interest, which is a total of 1 ringgit and 4 cents. Okay, and then from my non-allocated cash amount, I'm taking out 500 to see me through this week. Okay, so the total should be
24.83. Put it down. 24.83 plus 104 plus 500.
So the total would be 525 and 87 cents. Okay, so now that we've gotten our income total, we'll be going into my income allocation. So usually, whatever I get in my income, I will put aside 30% for savings, 15% for like investments, and the rest will go into expenses and into my cash envelopes. So which means
525.87, 30% is 157 and 76 cents. 525.87 times 15.15 is 78.88 cents. And then for the rest would be 525.87 times 0.55, so it's 289 and 23 cents. So I would get a total of 157.76 plus
525.87, which is correct. 525.87. Okay, so then next in my spreadsheet is my savings allocation. So whatever I have calculated in my 30% income will go into whatever I have here. So 10% will go into emergency, 30% will go into like home, and then 30 in parents and 30 in retirement. So
here I should have 52 ringgit and 59 cents. And then 525.87, sorry, this is wrong. So I should have 15 and 78. 15.78. So 157.76 times 0.3 is 47 and 33 cents. 47.33. So 47.33 times 3 plus 15.78. So it's 157.77.
So right now I'll have 525.87 minus 157.77, 368.1. 368.1. Okay. Oops. Next is my investment. I only have 3 sort of investment. Actually 2. But the last one is just, a miscellaneous investment just in case. But I've recently just invested lately, so I'm actually pretty dry in cash flow for investment. So I'm gonna put like 100% of it into Rakuten because I'm totally flushed out. So I just want to rebuild my investment funds again, which is 78.88. So total here I'll have 78.88. And then so minus 78.88. So I have 22 cents left. Alright, so now we're gonna slip on over to our expenses. I've listed here as no expenses because none of my expenses need to be paid in the coming week. So I'll probably wait for my paycheck to arrive before I put in my expenses. So, which means we will forget about that and then go into allowance. So, because I'm on a tight budget this month, mainly because we have 5 Mondays in August, I usually start my week on Monday. So I always have to get ready 5 weeks worth of cash for my cash wallet. So what that means is that I will have less to spend in the week. And I thought that I should, because usually I would allocate like 20 ringgit allowance, 20 ringgit essential, 60 for food, 20 for miscellaneous, and 100 for groceries. But this time around, I'm gonna put food and groceries together, and I'm gonna see whether, I'll be spending more or less this way, because I've noticed that I don't spend as much groceries when I do have food money. I don't spend as much grocery money. Means I tend to eat out more. So since I'm gonna put it together, I'm gonna see how often it is that I'm gonna be eating out, or whether I'll be spending more on my groceries instead. Which I hope I will because I'm trying to eat healthy until my next blood test. So
for this month, for the coming week, I'll be budgeting 15 for allowance. I'll still keep 20 for essentials in case I need shampoo, conditioner, toothpaste, and all that stuff. And those are pretty pricey, so I'm not going to make it much less than 20. For food and groceries, I'm thinking of putting 60 each. So that means 60 for food and 60 for groceries. So that would be 120 overall. For miscellaneous, I'm going to be putting it 15 as well. So total I should have is 15 plus 20 plus 120 plus 15. So I have 170 ringgit.
which means 289 minus 170 is 119.22. Okay, so that's done. Next, for 100 envelopes, as usual, I'll wait until until end of the week to see how much I have left in my balances to fill up the envelopes. 52 weeks, I'll put in 50 for next week. Oops, wrong app. So 50. So total will be 50. So 119.22 minus 50 equals to 69.22. Right. Okay. So now that's done. Just gonna move this aside. Gosh, how do you move this? Okay. Now we're going into the sinking funds. So I've only got 69 ringgit to work with. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put 25 into Apple because I have a subscription coming up that I need to pay for. So I have 44 left over. I'm gonna put 20 into emergency because I've only got 25 ringgit left in emergency and I need to replenish it. For fitness and health, I'm gonna be putting in 20 as well, just in case I need my supplements. And then this is a new category for me. It is the self-improvement. Like in the previous video, I mentioned that I wanted to add self-improvement sinking fund because I want to learn Japanese. And I want to learn conversational Japanese. So in case I do find an app or I do find books and all that stuff related to learning Japanese, I would take out from this fund. So let's see, I've taken out 20 for emergency and 20 for fitness and health. So total I have 4 ringgit 22 cents. So I'll put here 4 ringgit. So total I have here is 25 plus 40 plus 4. So here is 69. So I have 22 cents left over. Okay, so here is a 0.22. So total is 0. So this is what we call a zero-based budgeting system. So we are done with calculating our budget for the coming week. So income date, I'm gonna put some reason it's not coming up, so I'm just gonna have to oops. So 01 08 2021. Okay, so right, now that we're done with this, we're going to go into the weekly budget. So
For wallet, we'll have 170. For sinking funds, we have 69. And for challenges, we got 50. So total, we'll have 170 plus 69 plus 50, 289 ringgit. Okay, then we go here. So there is no balance brought forward. Start from 0 this month. Sorry, 15. And then 20.
So how are you guys doing recently? I mean, in Malaysia, the numbers are so high right now. I think we're in like, let me just have a look and see. I haven't checked yet for today. Really, it's exasperating right now, the numbers. So here, just gonna make it brighter a bit. As you can see, the COVID numbers in Malaysia is so high right now. It's just crazy. Like, I'm speechless, guys. I don't know what to say about that. Anyway, let's continue with this. I mean, like, if you're Malaysian, you understand how I feel lah, but I don't know when we can even stop being in lockdown. Like, I think my area was still in lockdown. I'm not too sure. I haven't been following the news because I still go to work on a bi-daily basis. So I work every other day, and my work is an essential service, so I do go to work. So I mean, it doesn't really lessen the impact of what's happening. Whenever I see people, I have to like make a big round, like I like somebody's walking here, and I'll be like, whoop. so it's just really ridiculous. I mean, what a world we're living in right now, right?
So just fill this up, and then we'll start cash stuffing, because I've already got the money out. So I think last time it was 650. I'm not sure, but I'll have to reconfirm this number later. So we're just gonna be stuffing another 50 bucks for 52-week challenge. And then emergency is getting 20. Subscription is getting 25. I'm not sure how much the subscription is in Malaysian ringgit yet, because it's actually in US dollars. So I hope I have enough money. So fitness and health, 20 bucks. Self-improvement, only 4 bucks.
Okay, so let's start stuffing.
Enough of the chit-chat, right? Okay, let me just move this up here. Just fix the positioning of the camera. Okay. So first
Off. Okay, so for the groceries envelope, I'm just gonna put it back here, and we'll see how it goes for like the month, and if whether or not I need to separate out my food and my grocery envelope, because I feel like it's getting bulky inside my wallet, so I decided to stay with just 4 envelopes. So I'll just put this back in. So we're back on week 1. How the months are flying by, guys. It's already in August. We're like more than halfway through the year. So, okay, we can put this aside now. Okay, so, oops, forgot to take out the money. The money. So I actually don't go to the bank to pick up the money. The money for my cash stuffing, mainly because I haven't gone to the bank to bank in cash yet from whatever purchases I've made online. Mainly because I do not really want to go to a crowded place like the bank. Even though they have SOP in place where you have to make appointments if you need to go to a teller. So I haven't actually gone to the bank. I haven't touched an ATM machine in a while. And hence why you will see like sometimes the money will repeat. Like sometimes it has a mark on the money and you'll see it repeating. It's because I've already taken it out with the intention of banking it in. But every time I think about going to public places, especially now with the rising numbers, I get a pause. I don't exactly do it. So you will find that, you know, I stuff money from what I have left over. Okay, so for allowance is getting 15. So 10, 15. Okay, for essential is getting 20. 2 tens in. For food, I'm putting in 120. So I'll put in like this, 120. So 100, 10, 20, 120. And then for miscellaneous, it's getting 15. Alright, so I'm done with my cash envelopes. Next, we'll be going into my other challenge, which is the 52-week challenge. So I'm just going to be putting in 50. Look at how crisp this 50 bill is. Sometimes when I go to the cashier, right, I'm so reluctant to part with my 50s because they are so crisp. They're such new bills. So, yeah. Sometimes you find that it returns with me because I decide to swipe my card. So yeah. Okay, so next I have with me is the subscriptions. It's getting 25 bucks. So 25. 25. Alright, so I'll have 150, 70, 80, 90. So 190, 200, 10, 1, 2, 3, 213. For next one, I'll be stuffing the emergency funds. So, as you can see, I've already replaced the 275. So I'll be putting in 20 bucks. Actually, I didn't actually take out the 275 because I thought, you know, since everything's gonna go back in again, it's in again. Anyway, oh, for gas, okay, so I have 100, 250, 70, 90, 310, 320. Okay, and then for the next one is for fitness and health. It's getting 20. So I'll have 100, 200, 20, 30, 35, 6, 7, 8. I forgot how much that was. 100, 200, 200, 20, 30, 5, 6, 7, 8. $200, sorry. My brain was elsewhere. I don't know what's happening to me today. 100, 200, 35, 6, 7, 8. 238. I don't know why. I think I'm becoming a bit cuckoo right now. And the last one, oh dear, I haven't added another sticker for it yet. So it's 4 ringgit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Eventually I'll get to it, but it's really such a waste to use such a big sticker sheet for just one tiny sticker. So I'll probably wait until I have more that I need to print, then only I will supplement it. There we go. And we're done. So I know it's been a really long video, and I actually don't plan to do any cutting this week because I feel like it represents more of the real me when I don't do any cutting. In real life, I'm also such a person. I stutter a lot. I tend to get brain fog a lot as well, mainly because I'm not really healthy. So like just now, I tried counting the fitness and health sinking funds, and somehow the answer couldn't come into my brain. It was just embarrassing for me, but that's the truth of it all. That's how I am. I hope you know, you don't dislike the real me. I mean, it's your choice whether or not you like how I really am. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It's really long, it's really talkative, it's really stuttery. And you know, if you do like this video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you want to follow my journey in my budgeting, my journey into becoming one of the budgeting community. I mean, it's such a huge community, especially because you know, it's such a big community in the US, and I don't see very many Malaysian budgeters or Malaysian cash budgeters on YouTube. I mean, I have seen a few, but there's not very many. I think off the top of my head, I think there's only 3 others that I've seen for Malaysia, and it's really small in Malaysia. And I mean, I do get it. Nowadays, people are trying to avoid using cash in public because, you know, you don't know where the cash has been, right? There might be germs and all that stuff. I remember when the pandemic first started, and I was at work, and what I did was, this is actually hilarious. Okay, what I did was I took all the cash that we had in at work. You know, this is the work money. It's not my money, it's actually the company's money. So we have a little cash box, and I took all the cash that we had and I ran it through the sink, you know, just washing it all. Because if you've noticed, the money in Malaysia is not exactly like paper, it's actually plasticky. So it could go through the water and not get destroyed. So what I did was that I put it through the water, and then I hung them dry, just like I would hang clothes to dry. And my boss was like, it's so unnecessary because the money will always, you know, come in and out of the of the workspace, and it would just mean like unnecessary work, you know. So what my boss said was that, you know, just to sanitize all the time when you touch money, and you know, make sure you don't after you touch money, you don't touch your mouth, kind of thing, right? So yeah, so that's the one thing I remembered the most when all this craziness started. So yeah, thank you for watching my video, and I'll see you all next week. Bye!